Hi everyone, welcome to YiaYia's Heart Tarot. This week we celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and in honor of that, I am asking Spirit tonight, how is luck showing up in your life? I'll be doing 3 readings. There will be a link to the timestamp for each reading in the description for the video below. So to select your reading, simply go and click on the timestamp and it'll take you directly to your reading. I won't be reading reversed cards in the reading tonight, but let's go ahead and get started. So the green stones that we have tonight are group 1 is rough bloodstone, group 1 is bloodstone, group 2 is rough Fuchsite, group 2 is rough Fuchsite, and group 3 is rough green fluorite. Rough green fluorite. So take a moment, center yourself, and choose whichever reading calls to you, and we'll get started. All right, this is the reading for group 1. How is luck showing up in your life? So Spirit, if you could please give us some messages. Group 1, with regard to the energy of luck showing up in their lives. How is luck showing up in their lives right now? Group 1, the Bloodstone group. How is luck showing up in their lives? Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, group 1. To start with, we got the Sun card. The Sun card. And so we're starting right off with a sign of great happiness. So it looks like you are going to have some good fortune. And it looks like this fortune will be coming very, very soon. It's almost like a reversal of fortune. This energy is kind of cutting through anything that might stand in the way. So this is talking about some really, really good fortune coming very, very soon for you, and it might be unexpected. The Knight of Swords also would maybe speak to this possibility that you're going to have some. At the very least, it will be very, very soon, very quickly, very suddenly that this will happen, and potentially something you didn't see coming. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is, she is just a great diplomat. She is very kind, she is very nurturing, but she also knows how to use emotion to her benefit. She knows exactly how to be with every single person. She knows just how to make everyone feel welcome and at home and at ease. So again, this is just a very, very welcome energy, saying that, you know, soon you're going to be much more at ease and comfortable. So perhaps that might even speak to, typically cups is not your material abundance, but certainly it will speak to your happiness. So so that is a very nice card there. This one, the Three of Pentacles, also speaks to a gain in your prosperity. So, and a gain in your prosperity brought about by some new skill, perhaps, that you may acquire. So, really beautiful start to the reading here. Something, you know, you may be learning a new skill very soon, which will bring you some really surprisingly fast, good fortune, good luck. That's just going to come out of nowhere, really, just really unexpected, and just kind of shower you with happiness. Queen of Cups and the Sun both would speak to that really, really solid happiness that's coming your way. So, Spirit, can you give us some additional messages about this? Okay, so we got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very protective card. Knights of Pentacles, they don't easily get provoked, but they are the first ones to jump to your defense if need be. So I think that in this situation, this is just basically saying that this is going to be a very solid bit of luck that comes your way. It's not just going to be like a flash in the pan, something shows up and then it's gone and you suffer because of it. You know, this is something that's coming to stay. This is something that's going to turn your fortunes to the better very quickly and very permanently. So, and the Justice card is can be saying that you really deserve this, that you have worked really, really hard, and perhaps you've not gotten the rewards that you deserved in the past, but now you will. You're going to get your just desserts. You're going to, things are going to turn around. So the scales are going to be kind of more balanced for you. You know, if you've really been struggling to get that good fortune to come your way, and you feel like it should have happened a long time ago and you just didn't get it, well, it's coming now. So it's gonna balance all of that out for you, and it's just gonna be really some terrific, great energy, very fulfilling. So, Spirit, can you give us some more information, perhaps, on where this good luck is coming from for Group 1, please? Okay. So we got the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So the Seven of Cups speaks perhaps of some disillusionment, and the Eight of Swords kind of does too. Sort of, these both kind of speak to some energy that maybe you have been kind of keeping yourself locked in maybe some cycles of not being quite so lucky. And maybe that just came about because you didn't believe that you deserved it, or you thought that maybe you thought that you did deserve it, but that somebody was conspiring against you to keep you from getting what you deserve. There may have been a feeling like that, but this card here basically is saying that that's really not the truth of the matter. You may have been sort of in a self-fulfilling prophecy situation where you are, you feel like that you're being treated unfairly, but that's not really the truth of it. You may be seeing things not very clearly. You might be seeing things differently than they really are. And not that you are not that you are suspicious or anything like that, but you may have gotten some kind of wrong information early on, and you've been kind of working from that premise. And it could be that this card and this card are saying that whatever it is that was keeping you kind of trapped in this belief that you weren't going to get ahead or you didn't deserve to get ahead is going to be just like completely wiped away and in a hurry. It's just going to be cut through, and you're going to, it's like, okay, so the Sun card, it's like the clouds are going to open up and you're going to be able to see that what you were struggling behind in the past and for a while now just isn't the truth of the matter. And it's going to be almost kind of humorous because, you've been going along thinking that things were one way, but it's really just that you just got some bad intel early on that you had no reason to doubt, but it just wasn't the truth of the matter. And it's going to be one of those deals where, people have been trying to get the things to fall into place so that you could have this good fortune. They just haven't been able to get it all put together yet. And it's just going to come together in a huge hurry, and it's going to just fall in your lap, and everybody's going to be happy for you. And you're going to be so surprised by it. And you're just going to be like, oh my God, how did I not know this all along? And the Page of Wands is saying that. The Page of Wands is saying that you're going to see that you really did deserve this all along, and that it was part of the plan, basically. And it's a kind of a new start to things. But it's a new start that you feel like all along you've been deserving, and you have been. There was just a miscommunication. There was just a lack of communication somewhere along the way. It wasn't malicious on anybody's part at all. It was just you didn't realize that there was a miscommunication. They didn't realize that you didn't, understand what was going on. And everybody is just going to be so relieved, and it's almost going to be funny when it finally shows up for you, because everybody's going to be like, oh, I didn't realize that you thought that. So Spirit, if you could maybe give us a little more clarity on the situation, that would be great. Okay, so again, we got the Eight of Wands again, so that's twice we've gotten this card. So this is really going to happen very quickly, and it's going to become very clear very quickly. Everything's just going to fall into place, and it will really just be very, very, just something perfect and exciting. The Seven of Pentacles basically is just saying that you have been working really, really hard toward this, whatever's going to happen. And you may not have even been working toward this, but you've just been working really, really hard, and you've kind of been putting some money aside, or you have been being kind of frugal and trying to look out for your future. And all of the hard work that you've been putting in is going to pay off for you. You're kind of in a waiting period right now. But that's going to end very, very soon. And the Magician kind of talks about how everything's going to come together. It's going to be a new beginning. And it's going to be something that is just going to fit you like a glove. It's going to be something is going to happen, going to come about, brought about really by your own initiation, by your own work that you've done. And it's going to create something that's just really amazing for you. And it's going to be the start of, something that is going to kind of fulfill all of your dreams. So that basically is how luck is coming into your life now. So keep an eye out for that. Like I said, this is going to be happening really, really soon, really, really fast. It's all going to fall into place, just bang. And it's going to be like, perfectly shuffling cards. It's all going to fall together and it's going to fit perfectly, and it's going to be the start of something just really, really glorious for you. Something that is not only, you know, probably monetarily beneficial, but it's going to be something that is just really, really going to make you feel whole and make you feel proud and make you feel excited. So, so yeah, really great reading there for luck coming into your life very soon, after you've been kind of struggling for a while and, you know, with an unclear situation. So before the reading, I pulled a couple of cards for just some additional guidance. The first one is from the Chakra Insight Oracle, and the card that we got is action, and it says movement, perseverance, discipline, and motivation. So, you know, this is saying don't stop now. All of your dreams are coming true, or at the very least, you know, something that's going to set those dreams in motion is coming to you. Stick with it. Keep moving. It's going to be falling into place like really, really soon, and it's going to be something really beautiful. The other card that I pulled is from the Four Agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz, and it says practice makes the master. Always do your best. And it says by doing your best over and over, you can master the art of transformation by doing your best. The habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. So again, this is talking about making assumptions. And in this reading here, you know, that's kind of what these cards said, that there were some assumptions that were made on your part. There were some assumptions that were made on other people's part. And those assumptions were not true. And they kind of created a fog and a cloud around everyone. So continue to do your best, and soon you'll be past all of that. So beautiful, beautiful reading, Group 1. I hope that that resonated with you. If it did, I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell button if you'd like to get notifications when new readings go up. And I'm so very happy that you've been here tonight, and best of luck to you. Thank you. Hi, this is the reading for Group 2, the Fuchsite group. Reading for Group 2. And we're asking the question, how is luck showing up in your life? So Spirit, if you could give us some messages for how luck is showing up in the lives of Group 2, please. How is luck showing up in Group 2's lives? Some cards for Group 2, please. How is luck showing up in their lives? Okay, group 2. All right, we've got a couple of queens here. Queen energy often speaks of ease in your life. The Queen of Pentacles is a master at creating a warm and comfortable environment. And the Queen of Cups as well is, she is the diplomat. She's the one who knows how to be with just about anyone. She knows how to make everyone feel comfortable. She is the graceful greeter when anyone comes to the palace. So these cards are speaking of your ability to be at ease and to have make a comfortable environment for yourself as well as all of those around you. The 10 of Pentacles also is talking about a life of ease. It's talking about kind of the perfect family, and not just a young family. This talks about generations of just warm, solid family energy. And this doesn't necessarily have to mean a family in the traditional sense of a family, but this is really a generational energy of just a lineage that is solid and comfortable and happy, just happy to their core. It doesn't mean that every moment of their lives is happy, and it's not necessarily a giddy sort of a happiness, but it is just a very solid, comfortable, fulfilled energy. So, you know, all of these energies here are talking about just being a really comfortable, fulfilled individual, regardless of where you are, but in particular in your own space. The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords talks about a young energy that this is an energy that kind of takes the reins. They're not discouraged by anything. They're not easily discouraged. They're rarely discouraged, and they have really unique and innovative ideas. So this is an individual who kind of takes an idea and runs with it. So, you know, having this energy here of just a very solid foundation, and then having this energy of building on an idea, of starting something, of being an entrepreneur, of a very successful entrepreneur, which doesn't necessarily mean that things are going to come easily and right away, but this individual is fueled by their excitement and their vision. So, you know, this is an individual who is going to take off with new ideas and new visions and really go somewhere in their lives. And this card that we got here, the 8 of Cups, this individual is basically leaving a fairly comfortable situation. And in this case, I believe it's this comfortable situation. And this is probably a very comfortable home life. But considering that the Page of Swords is a young individual, this reading may speak of someone who is fairly young and who's kind of setting out on their own to make their own way in the world. This individual is leaving some riches that have already been, you know, the very stable happiness here. But this is probably the family that they're leaving from, but they're going out into the world to make their own way, to create their own fortune. So, you know, I feel like this reading is saying that luck is going to come to you by creating your own fortune. But let's get some more cards on that and see if we get some more clarification on it. Spirit, if you could give us some clarification on this energy that is bringing luck into the lives of group 2, please. More clarification for group 2 with regard to how luck is coming into their lives. How is luck coming into their lives or showing up in their lives, please? Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Oh dear. All right, well, we got the Devil card. The Devil deals with possible roadblocks, but they're self-imposed roadblocks. So I think that this card might be saying that this isn't going to necessarily be an easy path. And it may not be an easy path because of a bad habit, or it can also be a message about being ego-driven. So this could be a cautionary card telling you that don't get too wrapped up in your own self-importance. You know, you come from a place that has always nurtured you and stood behind you and supported you. And so, you know, going out into the world, you may have a really well-developed and possibly overdeveloped sense of your worth, which is not to say that you're not worthy, but it may just be saying, you know, don't go out there with the expectation that things are just going to work out for you because they always have before. You know, this is going to be, whatever this path is that you're setting off on, you're not always going to have your family and the people who support you behind you telling you how great everything is. You're actually going to have to prove that to people. So, you know, I think that this might be a card that's saying don't get lost in the assumption that everyone is going to be your cheerleader because that's what you've had in the past. You know, it's a good thing to have people support you because we gain a sense of self-confidence from that, but you don't want to get overconfident. And so I think this is just a cautionary card that's saying as you set out on your own, you know, don't be put off by people who don't immediately support you, by people who might have some reservations with what you're trying to convince them of, or what you're trying to give to them or sell to them. You may have to work harder than you think to gain the trust of people that you run into and need to deal with here in the future. So, Spirit, can you give us some more clarification, please, and thank you on that. More clarification on that. On the Devil card, more clarification, please, Spirit. Okay. Okay. So the first card that we got is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. And so, you know, one of two things could be coming up here. It might be saying that everything's going to work out fine and you are going to be celebrating on down the road with like-minded individuals, which is altogether likely here. But it could also be saying, you know, don't celebrate too quickly. Don't overlook details that might not have fallen into place as well as you thought they did, because you may be focusing more on the celebratory aspect of you know, getting something out into the public and it becoming successful. And so you may be missing some reservations that people might have that they don't maybe necessarily voice directly to you. Maybe you need to read between the lines a little bit. And I think that that might be part of what this card is saying. The Five of Wands might be saying that there are some there might be some goals that are at odds with one another, or some, maybe not necessarily goals, but there might just be some developments or some actions that don't quite mesh the way that you maybe think they do, or the way that they should, in order for this to all be successful. And so, rather than either ignoring it or just battling against something that's not exactly the way you want it to be, maybe step back and take some time to kind of consider some of these other things that are going on that maybe to you seem to be extraneous, but other people might really be invested in you seeing their point of view as well. And so that might be really important to this idea of yours, or this vision that you have, or your path that you're setting out on. It might be really, really important for this to succeed, that you are willing to look at other people's what they feel strongly about, and also keep in check that you always have to be right. Yeah, and so I think that this card is saying that you need to really take some time and consider everybody involved, or all of the factors involved, rather than just making a snap decision in things, or pushing headlong without looking, without taking into account others that are involved in the situation, because the others really can open up an entire new vista to you. They can be very instrumental in helping you on your path, but if you don't consider them, they're going to leave. So, really take some time to make very considered judgments, to look at all of the possibilities, and look at not necessarily the possibilities, but look at all the factors, and give them some genuine consideration. Don't just say, okay, I saw this, I looked at this, but now let's go with my plan. Really look and see which is going to be the best option, and you may have to modify some things that you were sort of set upon initially. But in the long run, I think that this will come around to be something that's going to be prosperous for you, and positive for you. So, Spirit, if you could give us some more information on this, some more clarity on this reading for these people in group number 2. How is this luck going to be showing up for them, with regard to, what is the best path for them to manifest good fortune and good luck? Please and thank you. Okay, all right. 2 things. We got the Hermit card, and we got the Strength card. So both of these are telling you to rely on your inner strength, to rely on your inner guidance. You have good guidance. You have a great deal of strength within you, but you need to really tap into those things. You need to tap into, with the Hermit card, some deep thinking about what it is that you are trying to pursue, as well as you have to have some deep belief in yourself. That also weighs into this Strength card, having a belief in your inner strength. This is having a belief not only in your inner strength, but your ability to pull in divine guidance if you need it to use your intuition, to, whatever that looks like for you, to believe in yourself, to believe in your inner strength. And if you do that, you're going to be able to pursue this path And Spirit, can we get some messages on how this is going to look on down the road for the members of group 2? How is pursuing this going to look for them? Going forward. Please and thank you. Okay, beautiful. So we got the Ace of Cups. So pursuing this, keeping your ego in check, relying on your inner strength, relying on your great ideas and your intuition, knowing when what you're doing is right, and you know, fighting for what is right without stomping on someone else's toes, is going to bring you to just a beautiful, beautiful, happy, fulfilled, satisfied place. And this is a card of beginnings here. So going with all of these things that we've talked about is going to bring you to a place that is going to launch you into just a beautiful path that is going to bring you happiness and fulfillment as you go forward. So let's take a look at the Oracle and Wisdom cards that I have pulled for your group. The first one is from the Chakra Insights Oracle. Okay, and the card that we got is family, belonging, community, culture, tribe. So again, don't forget that you come from this strong place of family. The strong sense of belonging is going to get you through any of the tough times that might crop up along your path as you set out to find your own way. Don't ever forget that even though you are on your own and you're wanting to find your own path, you still have this community who stands behind you. You still have the support of this family that will never, ever change for you. So rely on that when you need to. The other card that we got, which is from the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, is don't take anything personally. Transform your life. When you refuse to take things personally, you avoid many upsets in your life. Your feelings of anger, jealousy, and even your sadness will simply disappear if you don't take things personally. So again, this is going back and talking about, you know, don't let your ego get the best of you. If someone brings up a possibility or a modification that they think that you need to make, or a change that they'd like to see, or they don't agree with something that you are feeling strongly about, don't take it personally. They're seeing things from a different perspective than you are. Perhaps they come from a different type of place where they don't have that support that you do. And perhaps they just have a different perspective, and their perspective may be something that actually enriches your own perspective. If you don't take it personally, if you don't look at it as, hey, they don't like my ideas, they're condemning my ideas, which, you know, is not the case at all. They're just saying, hey, this might work as well, and it might work together. It might mesh well. So don't take it personally if they want to change something. Just use the perspective that you have, and step back and take a moment to look at the possibilities and to see how it might fit together. And then, you know, go with your intuition and your inner strength. And you'll be able to come out ahead in all of this. So I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, I would absolutely love to hear from you in the comments. Click the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell button if you'd like notifications when new videos go up. But most of all, I'm just really, really happy that you're here and wish you the best of luck. Thank you. Hi everyone. This is the reading for group 3, the green fluorite. And we're asking the question, how is luck showing up in your life? How is luck showing up in your life? Spirit, if you could give us some guidance on how the energies of luck are showing up in group 3's life, please. How is luck showing up in their lives? Okay, group 3. We're starting off with 3 major arcana cards. The first one that we have is the Devil. Then we have the Hierophant. And we have the Moon card. So I think initially that this is saying that you may be struggling with some darkness in your life that is perhaps self-imposed. You might have some bad luck happening in your life right now. You might have some bad habits or addictions that are holding you back from experiencing good fortune. And with the Moon card, you may be not looking at what this is about. You might be keeping yourself in the dark. However, the Moon card also speaks of your intuition, that you do have a wealth of intuition. But perhaps with the Devil card, you're choosing not to look at it. You are choosing not to go into the dark and examine what's going on that might be holding you back in your life. The Hierophant, I think, is saying that you have resources that you can turn to, and that you should turn to these resources, whether that be, the Hierophant speaks of a teacher, but it also can speak of like an institution or some sort of a resource that's available to you. So I think that this card is saying that you need to reach out. You should reach out to a resource who is more than just a friend. You're needing at this point to reach out to someone who is well-versed in whatever sort of help you might need. They're perhaps backed with resources to help you, whether that resource would be, educational or even monetary, or perhaps some way to remove you from this situation for a bit. This is more than just reaching out to a friend. This is reaching out to more of an authority or a teacher. Spirit, can we get some more clarification on this, please? For group 3, more clarification on these cards for group 3, please. Okay, I might need a different deck here. Well, these cards that we got the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles basically talks about kind of trying to juggle aspects in your life. Like trying to keep several balls up in the air while you're on unsteady ground. So this is really kind of talking about that whatever you're doing now is probably not working. It's you feel like you're keeping things afloat, but you may not be. And the Five of Pentacles really talks about being sort of out in the cold, being ostracized, and you may not even be aware of it. But you are perhaps putting yourself into a position where your friends may be turning away from you, your support system may be turning away from you, and you think everything is fine, but it's really not. And you're going to end up being left out. You're going to end up being ostracized, pushed out. There's going to come a time when nobody's going to be there to help you anymore. Again, you know, the Hierophant here is saying that you need to step up and get some help for this. You know, I'm feeling like luck right now for you is bad luck. But it might be bad luck that you're making yourself. So let's see if we can get some more information on this, some more guidance on this. Spirit, can you tell us how can group 3 maybe get out of this energy? How can they, what's the best course of action for them to maybe turn this around, or what's going to happen with this energy? How should this move forward for them? Maybe Spirit, can you give us some clarification on the Hierophant? That might be the best way to go. Please and thank you. If you can give us some information, some additional clarification on the Hierophant card, please. Additional clarification for the Hierophant. Spirit, could you clarify the Hierophant card for group 3, please? Okay, so we got the Star. The Star talks about realizing your dreams, but it also is in a place, it's illuminating a dark place. So I think that this is talking about the need to brighten up that dark, light up the darkness so that you can see and understand more what's going on here. So this is something that you need to do or may need to do, and the best way to do that again is to call in a higher power, or call in an authority figure, or call in a teacher, but you need to bring light into this dark place. And the Queen of Wands also came out, and the Queen of Wands is someone who is really, really good at taking control and taking action. You know, she can walk into a room where there's just utter chaos, and she can just calm everybody down and you know, get all the things that nobody else could get, and find all the people to do all the things that are needed to get done. And she can delegate, and she can keep things moving smoothly. She's just someone who takes a very decided action, and she's really good at it. So, you know, this is saying that you need to take charge, and you need to act, and you need to do it in a way that is decisive and powerful, and don't look back. So Spirit, if you could get us some more clarification on this situation, please. Let's see, what deck do I need? I think maybe this one. Spirit, if you could please clarify this situation a little bit more for group 3, please. Some more clarity for group 3. Okay. So again, we got the moon again. So you're just kind of in a dark place, and we need to bring some light into the darkness. You need to examine the dark places and get more insight about this. And the Seven of Pentacles, as well as the Nine of Wands, both of these are saying that there's going to be hard work involved. The Seven of Pentacles is kind of a card of waiting and resting on what you have now. And the Nine of Wands is kind of saying that you've been through a battle. You've been through a really difficult time. You have been beaten up. You've been beaten down. But you still have some tools. You still have your strength, basically. You probably need to take some time and step back and go kind of just sort of rest. But both of these cards are saying that you've got resources. You have got a strength of character. You've got a strength of will. And so even though you right now don't feel like you're very prosperous, and you don't feel like you're winning, you have all these resources still, but you just need to take some time and sort of get your wits back about you, and your strength back up again. And once you do, you're going to have these things that you can now pick up and say, okay, now I can do this. I know I have the strength. I know I've got the tools. I can do this. You've got all the tools. You've got the reserves that you need. You just need to stop and take a little time to pull back into yourself and to rest, and to just regain some strength before you start again. Okay, so Spirit. Maybe just some final messages for group 3, please, and thank you. Okay. All right, so we got the Nine of Swords. And this is just repeating the previous message. you're at a really low place and you feel like your hands are tied. You feel like there's nothing you can do to change it. You're at a place where you just feel like you've been suffering for a long, long time and you feel kind of trapped. But you do have the strength to break free of this. Again, this is just kind of the same energy that's saying, you know, even though you've worked and fought and you feel like you're pretty low right now, you do have reserves. You do have strength. You do have the ability. You just can't call it up right at the moment necessarily. You need to rest. You need to give yourself a break. You need to give yourself the time to heal, to regain some strength, to be ready to use these tools that you really do still have, but you may need to call in some help to get through this dark phase right now. And so the other card that we got is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is just a really, really solid, kind woman. She's a woman who is just comfortable in her own skin, and she makes everyone else feel comfortable in their skin too. So this may be saying that you might need to seek out this person, but I feel more like this is a place that you need to and can get to. That they're, you know, that with the tools that you have, once you get through this dark place, that you can become this person who is just so comfortable. She's been through a lot. She's built up from nothing to, you know, the co-ruler of the kingdom. And she is just such a full energy. She's just such a full individual. She's just so fulfilled and satisfied, and she's so loving and so good to people. She doesn't have to go out of her way. She's not showy. She's just a good, solid, kind person. And so, you know, I think that by clearing away some of this darkness, by bringing some light into this, you can become this solid, beautiful person who perhaps can be a pillar to other people who need to get to that place themselves. So, you know, Spirit, can we get just a little more information here, please? Okay, so again, we got the Hierophant. And so again, this is saying, look to a higher power for help, whether that higher power is, you know, a divine power, or whether that is an earthly teacher, or, you know, just a safe place that can offer and teach and give a sense of stability. So call in someone that's more powerful than yourself right now. Someone who really, someone or some being, but of this individual or this card speaks of a strong individual or a strong institution that has guidelines, that has rules, that has, and that, you know, can even be the universe. The universe runs on a set of rules as well. So, you know, if a divine power is what you feel you need to talk to, that's fine too. But don't just rely on yourself to try and pull yourself out of this. Go to something bigger, and call them in. They're here to help you. They're absolutely here to help you. And the other card that we got is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is a brilliant woman who knows how to make things work. She is the woman behind the idea guy. She is understated, but she is just absolutely brilliant. And so she brings light to dark places with her capability to understand things. And so so perhaps this is saying, you need to understand more about your situation. And that would go along with, bringing in the star, illuminating your situation. The moon brings illumination to the dark. So, take some time to rest and regain your strength and begin to understand where all this is coming from with the help of a higher authority, a higher power. And that's the way that you can heal this. So we have the Strength card. So you have, this is again speaking of this inner strength, this inner reserves that you have. It's an inner strength that is, it's not showy. It's not, going and proving how strong you are. It's just something that's going to give you the strength to get through the tough times. And in addition to that, we got the King of Cups. King of Cups is, mastery over emotions, and is just kind and gentle and loving and giving and nurturing. So give this energy to yourself. Be kind and gentle and loving and nurturing. And the Four of Cups is another card that's saying to step back, to stop, kind of stabilize everything right now, pretty much where it is before you take on anything new. So, just take some time to get steady, to get stable. Don't take on anything new. Don't try and do anything too quickly. Just take some time to be with yourself, to be with your emotions, and just get stronger. And then your luck will start to come from there. So Spirit, can we get some final messages about luck for group number 3, please? Messages about luck for group number 3. Clarification for their luck, how it's coming into their lives right now. Okay. Okay, so again, we got the Queen of Swords. So take charge of your situation. Master your thoughts. Make your thoughts more kind to yourself, to those around you. We got the Emperor. And again, the Emperor is a kind individual, but he is a powerful individual. So I believe that this, again, is speaking to the energy of the Hierophant. Finding a kind but fatherly, helpful, someone or something that can direct you, that can give you some strength outside of yourself until you can gain your own strength again. And the other cards that we got are the Five of Wands. And this card, I believe, is talking about you're sort of fighting against yourself. You're battling a fight that isn't you don't need it, and it's not achieving anything. It's not directed. It's just, you're just kind of fighting against something, and you don't really, you're not directing what you're trying to get done right now. You're just flailing, kind of. And the final card that we got is the Tower. So basically, by this energy, by not looking into the dark, by not reaching out for help, things are going to come tumbling down real soon. And while this looks like a scary energy, and it can be a scary energy, what it's really saying is, don't hold on to this. Don't hold on to this false tower that you've built. You feel like things are okay right now. You feel like you're doing fine, but that's not the truth of the matter. And honestly, this needs to crumble away. It needs to fall down, because where you are now, you need to start fresh, and build from the ground up. So you're in a situation that's just untenable now. It's not sustainable. It can't continue. It's just going to collapse, and it needs to collapse. So reach out for some help. Take some time to regain some strength. Lean on this strong individual if you need to. The Hierophant, the Emperor, the strong individual to be your strength for you for the moment. And once you have regained some of your strength, then you'll find that you have these resources, and you are actually a very, very resourceful individual. You'll find this individual underneath once you get through all of this. So let's see what oracle card we got for you from the Chakra Insight Oracle. And you got Presence, awareness, attention, reality, and connection. So again, I think this is talking about you denying the situation perhaps, and that by being aware, connecting to reality, understanding the true situation, really going inside and taking a look at the true situation, that's how you're going to bring yourself out of this untenable situation that the Tower speaks of. And then the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz says, don't make assumptions, ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everybody has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. So, ask for help. If you need it, ask for help. Okay? So, I hope this resonated for you. Although it wasn't perhaps the most upbeat reading, it may have been a necessary reading for some people. So if it did resonate from you, I would love to hear you. Please leave a comment, reach out to me. I would like to give you more encouragement if you need it. And I certainly hope that if this situation is in fact resonating for you, that you do find a way through it, out of it, and come out in a much more beautiful place. And maybe that's the luck that you need, is just to find that you do need to do something differently. So I wish you all the love in the world, and I wish you the best of luck. So thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again soon. If you find that this did resonate, again, leave me a comment, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell button if you'd like to get notification when new videos go up, and bless you, bless you. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you.